What's up, guys? This is Dave from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Tuesday, September 3rd. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, guys, we have a solid MLB slate tonight. So let's take a look at the pitcher position. I like Paul Skeens. He's got a dash rank of 100, and he's up against the Chicago Cubs. Paul Skeens is giving up a .184 batting average versus the Cubs. He's posted an impressive ERA of 2.23 along with 136 strikeouts and averaging 102 pitches per game. He scored 16, 34, and 21 fantasy points in his last 3 games. Despite facing a middle-of-the-pack batting team, Paul's performance stats make him a reliable pick. Next, let's talk about the catcher position. I'm looking at Austin Wells from the Yankees. He's up against the Texas Rangers, which have an opponent rank of 24, making this a favorable matchup. Wells bats lefty, and he's going up against a left-hand pitcher today, and although he's facing a good pitcher, Wells has a .824 OPS versus righties. He's at a salary of $4,200 on DraftKings, with an average of 6 fantasy points per game. There's some rookie buzz around him, with a legitimate chance to win Rookie of the Year. He scored 4, 0, and 12 fantasy points in his last 3 games. For first base, Freddie Freeman from the Dodgers stands out. He's got a dash rank of 100 and faces the Los Angeles Angels. Freeman is hitting .333 against the current pitcher, with an OPS of 1.500. He had recent fantasy scores of 36, 0, and 22 points. Moving to second base, Will Wagner from the Blue Jays is a value pick to consider. He's batting .345 on the season with 2 home runs. Facing a middle-of-the-pack pitcher from the Phillies, Wagner could offer good value at a salary of $3,000. He scored 0, 34, and 3 fantasy points in his last 3 games. Now let's look at third base. Jose Ramirez from the Guardians is a strong option. With a .480 batting average against his pitcher opponent from KC, Ramirez offers substantial upside. He's at a $6,400 salary and averages 10 fantasy points per game. His performances have been a bit volatile with scores of 5, 19, and 0 points recently, but his track record justifies the investment. At shortstop, let's look at Bobby Witt Jr. from KC. He's batting .338 and has 30 home runs this season. Witt faces a pitcher with a .737 OPS versus right-hand batters. He scored 7, 16, and 14 fantasy points in his most recent games. His consistent performance makes him a solid pick. Lastly, let's consider the outfield position. Shohei Ohtani from the Dodgers is a must-pick. He's priced at $7,000 but batting .292 with 44 home runs this season. Ohtani is up against a pitcher with a relatively high OPS versus lefty batters. His recent fantasy scores are 29, 0, and 16 points, showing his capacity for high output. Before I continue with the picks, remember you can try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself by clicking the link in the description of this video. Okay, back to the picks. For value pitching options, look at Aaron Civale from the Brewers. At a $6,300 salary, Civale has an ERA of 4.59 and has been giving up only a .143 batting average against the Cardinals. He offers a solid value option, particularly with his recent fantasy performances of 31, 4, and 23 points. Catcher Bo Naylor from Cleveland also represents a value option. With a $2,900 salary, Naylor bats left against right-hand pitchers where he has an OPS of .852. Facing KC, this matchup offers upside. Naylor's recent fantasy scores are 5, 3, and 16 points. At first base, Yuli Gurriel from KC is another budget pick with potential. Despite being questionable, he's batting .400 and had a 9-point game recently. Second baseman Alika Williams from PIT, priced at $2,100, offers extreme value especially against the Cubs' .692 OPS versus right-hand batters. Williams scored 5 points 2 games ago. For third base value, Jared Triolo from PIT is worth consideration. Facing the Cubs, his OPS against this team's pitcher is 1.792, where he has a .500 batting average. Recently, he scored 7, 0, and 10 points. At shortstop, Tommy Edman from LAD, at a $3,400 salary, batting .286, offers upside against LAA pitchers. Edman has scored 5, 10, and 15 points in recent games. In the outfield, consider Lars Nootbaar from STL. For 3,400, he's batting .242 with 9 home runs. His OPS versus righties stands at .838. He has scored 5, 32, and 7 points recently, making him a viable, low-cost option. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.